We've done a little bit of image size manipulation in the last few exercises. We have changed the image size by using the image size command from the menu. We could make this image larger. We could make it 12 inches. We could make it 8 inches. I'll keep it at 10. I'll just press escape. We could also crop it. I'm going to use the crop tool here. Make this somewhat a little bit more squarish. It's not quite a square. I'll press escape to cancel that. But what if I wanted to make this image square and have everything inside fit nicely? I could crop it by using the square marquee. I'm going to start to draw from the corner and I'm pressing the shift key to make it a perfect square. I will now move the selection over the Marines and I run into a problem. The Marines don't quite fit inside of this square. If I have the leftmost Marine inside the frame completely, the frontmost Marine then is cut off. If I bring in the frontmost Marine to fit in the square, then the Marine in the back will get his leg cut off. So how do I squeeze everything into this area and make them all fit? For this demonstration, I have turned on my rulers. You can see them on the left and the top. I turn them on by pressing Control R. Control R also toggles them back off. If I press Control R again, they will reappear. I'm going to bring in from the left one ruler. Also from the left, I'll bring in a second ruler for the right side of the square. And I will deselect now. And I can see my rulers here and the area where I wish these Marines would fit. And it would be easy to make them fit because I can simply select all and do a free transform, which we've done before. Edit, free transform. I'm going to bring in the anchor from the left and the anchor from the right. And yes, I have all 4 Marines inside the square. However, they're a little bit out of proportion. They're too thin. They are not the Marines we expected to see. So I'm going to press the escape key to make sure that I don't damage this picture any further. I'm going to deselect. And I will follow a different plan of attack to bring them all into the square area. I'm now going to introduce to you another panel on the right side. We've been using the layers panel all this time. We only have the one layer, we have the background. However, we will open the channels panel and we'll see the RGB panel, and then individually each color in RGB, red, green, and blue, will be represented. If you care to see what each one of these represents, you can turn them off. And it's just as promised, one holds all the blue information, the other one has all the green, the other one has all the red. And yes, when you do this, you will only see black and white images, but what's going on is that Photoshop sees everything in values. So the black represents the value of the red, green, and blue throughout the channels. The channel panel, however, is not limited to only representing RG and B. We can add custom channels, which is what I'm going to be doing for this exercise. But before I do that, I'm going to make a very specific selection to add to this new channel. I'm going to make a selection using my polygonal lasso tool all around these Marines. I'm going to click, not quite very close to their feet, not very close to their uniforms, but just below their feet and just around their uniforms. I'm making a selection that will include not only the Marine, but a little bit of the area around them, so that there's a little bit of lake, a little bit of mountain, a little bit of trees in the background that are included in this selection. Make sure not to touch the flags or the post in the flag up here, or their hats or anything that sticks out. Coming around here, the sky is also important. You need to include a little bit of the sky on the top part of the selection. Got his rifle, his hat, Coming around. And I see the circle again. And I've made my selection. I see the dancing ants all over the Marines now. And now is the time to use this tool at the bottom. Some of you in your classes have seen the mask tool. This is very similar to the mask tool. Basically, we are doing a mask. It's the white square with the circle inside. Clicking on it, and I've created a new channel called Alpha 1. This contains the area that I just selected. And think of this as a force field that will protect the Marines from the squishing of the photo. Now that I have the selection made in my Alpha 1 channel, I'm going to click on the RGB part again to make it active and return to my original layers. I still see my picture with the Marine. I still see my rule guides on the side. And what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to select all to select everything in the picture and go to the edit menu and find the content aware scale. I will now click on it. And this is very much like the free transform tool. You can simply bring in the size of the image and make everything fit, but then again, everything is being scaled at the same time. But because we did select the content aware scale, we get another option, which is protects. I'm going to click on the protects tab and select Alpha 1. This is the channel that we just created, and what will happen next is that when we bring in the side of the image inside and we do the same thing on the other side, you'll notice that the mounts in the back were shifting size, the grass was coming together, the lake didn't break apart, everything came together, and our Marines are all intact inside of the square area. I'll double click to accept it. I will click image crop to make this a square area. And now our Marines are all inside the square. The mounts in the back are all inside the square. Nobody got squished. The lake looks natural and the grass for the most part looks okay. This tool was first implemented in Adobe Photoshop CS5, and it really is one of those little known secrets that everyone should be aware of.